His department's handling of sexual misconduct cases involving officers. 2 officers were formally accused earlier this year of meeting for sex while on duty.
But the internal affairs investigation resulted in no discipline for one of them and a 5-day suspension for the other.
Not everybody's going to agree with decisions that are made, but that happened to be my decision based on discussions with command staff and what I thought was most appropriate.
KSAT investigates Dylan Collier takes an in-depth look at the case and the explosive allegations beneath the surface.
Last month, San Antonio Police SWAT officer Jonathan Reyes tried his best to avoid our cameras, getting a deputy to escort him from presiding court to another court assigned to oversee his divorce case. The hearing took place days after the release of SAPD records showing Reyes had recently served a 5-day suspension work phone to show that in August of last year, instead of being at his assigned post at Academic Court, he was more than 8 miles away at this Southeast Side Embassy Suites. Reyes was away from his assigned duty station for nearly 3 hours. Internal city records obtained by KSAT show that IA looked into Reyes' whereabouts on at least 9 days between that August and February of this year. Reyes, during that same time period, paid for hotel rooms in San Antonio 7 times, according to records obtained by KSAT from his contested divorce. Those same records confirm Reyes was in an extramarital affair with Officer Tammy Ayala, SAPD's physical fitness coordinator. The affair, according to the records, carried out while Reyes' wife was in the last weeks of her pregnancy and for several more months after the birth of his daughter. Reyes' wife appeared to discover the affair in late February, accusing him of bringing another woman into their world. Reyes at first denied the fling before admitting to it a day later. Quote, "I'm sorry, I'm expletive everything up." Reyes writing in late February, quote, "I seriously have a problem." SAPD Chief William McManus confirmed both officers were reported to IA for possible sexual misconduct violations. He declined to name Ayala because she was not disciplined.
There was no evidence that we could find that indicated that there was any kind of sexual activity on duty.
What do you think they were doing at those hotels?
I couldn't tell you.
There's more. Family and Medical Leave Act paperwork shows Reyes took a month of paternity leave beginning January 2nd, but 2 weeks into the leave, traveled to Las Vegas without his wife and daughter for a sports shooting and hunting show. Sources tell KSAT Ayala was also there. Reyes appears to have taken steps to conceal the trip. After sharing the contact information for his police union benefits coordinator via text January 16th, he told his wife, quote, "Don't tell her I'm in Vegas." In a Christmas card from Reyes to Ayala shared with the wife after the affair was discovered, Reyes listed the then upcoming trip to Vegas as one of her gifts. Days later, Reyes' wife brought up the Vegas trip. Quote, "What father does that to his innocent newborn baby? What husband does that to a woman who just bore his child?" Ayala, in her own divorce proceedings this summer, admitted to committing adultery with Reyes during her marriage. Joe Holscher is the attorney for Reyes' wife.
It appears very clear that he may have been on duty while part of the affair was occurring.
Holscher said Reyes' actions raised ethical concerns about the SWAT officer's credibility to testify during criminal trials.
You have somebody who's supposed to be a witness in court that can be trustworthy to support allegations against a private citizen. It's important that they're not lying about their private lives. This is particularly problematic in this case because a significant portion of the affair occurred while the husband was allegedly at training with the mistress.
Holscher claims evidence demonstrated the hotel stays were during work hours, which suggests the affair may have taken place while Reyes was on duty. KSAT is not aware of any evidence confirming who was in those rooms or what took place, and Reyes denies that he engaged in, quote, good lawyering from Reyes'. Some evidence, including footage from the hotels, was likely recorded over by the time the unit dug into the facts of the case.
Officer Reyes, we talked to you for a couple minutes.
Reyes offered no comment to KSAT as he left the contentious divorce hearing last month.
Did you engage in an affair while on duty for the San Antonio Police Department?
Earlier this year, San Antonio Express News investigative reporter Emily Eaton got a hold of internal SAPD records showing McManus rejected a recommendation to discipline his own driver, Officer Robert Gonzalez Jr., after he admitted to a sexual encounter while in uniform with a woman while parked outside police headquarters in May 2021. Gonzalez was transferred out of the chief's office after the incident, according to the paper. McManus told us state law prevents him from discussing the Gonzalez case since no formal discipline action was taken against the officer. In the fall of 2018, KSAT Investigates revealed an SAPD captain was allowed to retire in lieu of being disciplined after an internal affairs investigator determined he repeatedly had sex on duty while on city property with a female subordinate. Taped phone calls obtained by KSAT included audio of the then commander of internal affairs telling the investigator SAPD administration didn't want the incident to get out to the public. McManus said claims from officers that he goes light or takes steps to protect the department's image when hearing sex misconduct cases are inaccurate.
That's not the case.
And as for Reyes,
The divorce and the personal issues that Officer Reyes was involved in is an entirely separate issue. But unfortunately, that issue clouds what the allegation was. People will make judgment not only on the allegation, but make a connection to the off-duty incident that was taking place.
Anything at all you want to say to your fellow officers?
for KSAT Investigates,
Have you upheld the badge well?
I'm Dylan Collier.
Now, the divorce trial itself took place earlier this month and was held in front of a private judge at the law offices of Reyes' attorney. Media was not allowed there inside since it was held away from the courthouse. Ayala was called on day one as a witness. The judge has granted a divorce in the case and is expected to release her final order in the coming